So yeah, I'm a founder of a community called Beach Please. So basically, I'm a Dadarkar, born and brought up in Dadar. The story started back in 2017 in the month of July when I'd been to Bali. So I'd been to Bali for a vacation with my friends. I was there for a week. I did scuba diving. I did a couple of things. And as you know, Bali is famous for its beaches. When I came back from Bali, I think it was the month of September. And one day I was just walking on the beach. And the state in which I saw the beach was really disturbing, and that really made me think hard that why is there a difference between the beaches in Mumbai and the beaches abroad? Like it's known for its coastline. Why can't we have such beautiful beaches like Bali has? So I went back home and I was having a conversation with my mother. And while we were talking, she said something that really motivated me. She said that if you think the beach isn't clean, just go and clean it. It was that simple. Often we sit and talk about things, complain about things, and problems around us, but we don't really take any steps to do it. That was something that really motivated me. So I called up my school friends. I told them that I'm planning to do a beach cleanup. Would you like to join me? Fortunately, I got a good response from them. There were 19 or 20 of them who turned up for the cleanup drive. So I wanted a name for my initiative which would really go with the youth basically. So I named it Beach Please. So if you know, there's a pun in this. It's like Beach Please or it's Beach Please. Something that makes you really curious about the whole initiative. So Beach Please is basically a community by the youth for the youth. 90% of our volunteer base is basically schools and colleges, and remaining 10% is the regular citizens. We had no idea what to do, how to do, but the whole experience was really satisfying and really made me happy. So I thought of doing it the next weekend again. So the initial cleanup drive, so I had a basically misconception that, I would clean the beach once and it's going to stay clean forever. As soon as I came down to the beach, I understood that it was a myth. It's not going to be the same. So I thought of coming back the next Sunday again for the cleanup drive. But there were only 6 or 7 of us that came for the cleanup drive. And that's when I realized that if I want to keep this doing, I need to involve more people. So for the third weekend, I approached the college and there were 60 students that turned up for the cleanup drive. And the whole idea that somebody is really believing in your idea and somebody is really supporting you was very overwhelming for me. And I thought, I'm going to keep doing this for as long as I could do. And it's been 129 weeks now. I've cleaned more than 4,000 tons of garbage, engaged more than 50,000 citizens. I started with the Dadar beach cleanup by Chaitya Bhumi. And I gradually realized that the waste coming to Dadar beach was through Mithi River. People are only talking about Mithi River during the monsoons when there's flooding in Mumbai. This is how the Mithi River looks like right now. This is how it looked like a year and a half back. You look at the trash, 90% of it is plastic, and majorly it's single-use plastic. Can this situation be avoided? Yes, definitely it can be avoided. How can it be avoided? Stop using single-use plastic. That's the basic thing. Plastic was something which was invented to make things which have longevity, which could stay for long, which would stay for years, like for make furniture out of it, or maybe something which would stay long, like your glasses. But we've basically made a mistake by making products that we use for only, like hardly for a minute or so. For an example, if you use a straw only for 10 to 12 seconds, but we fail to realize that it stays in the environment for years. Can that be avoided? Yes, it can be avoided. How can it be avoided? I think we are moving towards a lifestyle which is more convenient to us. We are not thinking about the environment. I think in the last 50 years, we have wiped out more than 70% of the species on this planet. We've forgotten the concept of coexistence, living out with other animals on this planet. We are the ones polluting the air. We are the ones polluting the ocean. Still, we have the audacity to call ourselves the superior beings. Does that make sense? I don't think so. So when I thought of doing the Mithi River cleanup, trust me, it took me 4 months to convince my own team to start a cleanup there. You would think why, right? Look at the waste. There's not only solid waste here, you have medical waste here. We quite often find condoms, we find used sanitary napkins, medical waste, dumping of construction debris, illegal sand mining, illegal settlements. All these things really made it really very difficult for me. Open defecation, a huge problem there. You step there, the place really stinks bad. And when you compare it to the Dadar beach cleanup, so now every weekend we have cleanups, every Saturday at Dadar beach. For Dadar beach, there are around 100 people turning up for every cleanup drive. But when you compare it to Mithi River, there are only 20, 30 people that turn up. It's because of all these problems. Now, how many of you all can be honest, how many of you all think that cleanups is a solution to the problem that is here? So others think it's not a solution to the problem. Now, I would tell you it is a solution. A lot of people criticize me for my cleanups. It's not a solution. You might clean the beach today in the evening or it's going to be dirty again. This is something we have achieved in 1.5 years. And I think this is going to make a difference. Cleanups are not only about cleaning. It's also about sensitizing people. we might sit here and talk about plastic pollution, ocean pollution. We read in the newspapers. We see a lot of videos going viral on the social media about whales dying, out of ingesting plastic waste. Does it have any impact on you? I don't think most of the people really pay attention to it. But when you go down to the beach, clean this by yourself with your hands. You get your hands dirty. Step in, you poop. That's when you understand how important the whole problem is and how serious it is. So it's not only about cleaning the beach, it's also about sensitizing people. Now, like I said, 90% of our volunteer basis schools and colleges. So we make sure these colleges keep coming every weekend for our cleanup drives. I remember we had a Q&A session with the kids from Shishuvan school. From the third grade, there were 100 kids that came for a cleanup at Dadar beach. So after the cleanup, they were sitting on the beach and we were doing a Q&A session with them, that why do you think the plastic comes here? How can it be avoided and all those things? Because what I believe is they are the real change makers, the generation that can really make a difference. One of the kids stands up and says, why can't we take the waste and, put it on the moon? And I was so surprised. What do you answer to this? So that also says that the kids are smart enough to understand the problem and to come up with solutions. You just need to give them an opportunity. There have been a lot of challenges. When I started the cleanup, I was 19-year-old. So, the first time I thought of doing a cleanup, I went to the BMC office, G North Ward, and I tried to convince the officer who was in charge that I'm planning to do a cleanup. It was so difficult for me. Imagine an 19-year-old boy walking in your office and telling you I'm going to do a cleanup. Why would you take him seriously, right? And that exactly happened. It took me serious 6 months to make them understand that we are here for some serious business. We are here to create an impact. Because initially they thought, we are a bunch of college kids. We've come here, we do 1 or 2 cleanups for a college person and then just disappear. Second major problem is we conduct 8 to 10 cleanup drives every month. And our cleanup drives are completely free of cost. Anybody who walks in for the cleanup drive, we give them gloves, face masks, all the safety equipments that you require. So when you do 8 to 10 cleanup drives, there are around 1,000 people turning up every month. It's very capital intensive. It takes a toll of money. So for the past 2.5 years, the entire campaign majorly has been funded by own pocket monies. I've been putting in my own pocket money, me and my team, because since Beach Please is not any NGO, we don't have any major sources of funding. Though there have been certain kind people who have donated us, but majorly it's been us. So after a point in 2018, we were facing this problem of getting in volunteers, keeping them motivated. So we organized a competition called Clean Coast Cup, which was India's first ever inter-college beach cleanup competition. So basically we kept a competition between colleges. Whichever college took out the most amount of trash, we gave them some cups, medals as a motivation. The competition was organized from Mahim to Prabhadip, a stretch of 3.5 kilometers. You wouldn't believe on that single day, there were more than 1,200 college students from more than 20 colleges that participated in that competition. And we removed more than 20 tons of trash in a single day in an hour. Which also says that if you want to do something, innovation is very important. Entrepreneurship, you keep talking about that. You might come up with a good idea, but in the long run, if you want to keep doing that, you need to keep innovating. Yeah, that were the challenges, some of the challenges that we faced. Now, it's been 129 weeks, we keep cleaning beaches. And I think cleaning the beaches, sensitizing the people, and recycling your plastic waste, all these things should go hand in hand. According to the Economic Forum, out of the total waste that gets into the ocean, only 5% comes back to the beach. 94% goes inside the ocean bed and 1% floats on it. Imagine this is 5%. What is going to be the 94%, which is the inside ocean bed, which we've been dumping for so long? Now this stretch is 600 meters. It took us 1.5 years to clean this stretch, 600 meters. The Mithi River is 18 kilometers long. You do the calculation, it's going to take us 35 to 36 years, which is practically impossible. Now, how do we change this? Now, the Mithi River is one of the vital rivers in Mumbai. The Mumbai faces floods every year during monsoons. That's because of the Mithi River. It's because of the solid waste, it gets clogged up in the sewage line and then you have floods. I think in the last monsoon also, Mumbai faced floods. One of the regions was the Mithi River floodplains. Recently, there were Amazon fires, fires in the Amazon forest. How many of you know about it? I saw a lot of people posting stories about it on the social media, but they're the same people who had no idea about what's happening at RA. We call such people as armchair activists. Social media पे सब activists होते हैं, सबको story डालना होता है, but किसी को हाथ गंदे नहीं करने. The trash that you see on the beach, directly, indirectly, all of us are responsible for it. Now, a lot of people tell me that, we use single-use plastic, but, we dispose of in a dustbin. We are being a responsible citizens. But we need to understand that the waste in our dustbin goes to the landfills. It does not get recycled. Are we really making any sense? No, we are not. There's a whole lot debate whether plastic is good or bad. Plastic is great. It's one of the greatest inventions humans have done. You look around ourselves, everything is made up of plastic. The problem is not recycling the plastic waste. According to Economic Forum, only 9% of the total plastic waste across the globe gets recycled. Rest 91% either goes in your forest, landfills, oceans, that where it lands, So there's no problem if you use plastic, fine. But single-use plastic needs to be avoided. Single-use plastic is something which is impossible or very hard to, recycle. So I think that is something we need to start avoiding. We need to reduce our dependency on the plastic that we use. If we are using any plastic, so recycling plastic waste, I think this problem can be solved, Not everybody doesn't have to come to the beach to solve this problem. You can do this on an individual basis. According to Hindustan Times, Mumbai produces 6,500 metric tons of garbage daily. 73% of it is organic waste. Now imagine if we start composting organic waste and we start recycling our dry waste. There'll be hardly, I think, 10 to 15% of the waste which cannot be recycled, which is going to the landfills, which is going to solve the problem. But we don't do that. Why? We can remove 10 minutes to segregate our waste or compost our waste. It's all about convenience. We are moving towards a life which is more convenient. We are just ignoring all the facts that are around us. Plastic pollution kills 1 million animals every year globally. Imagine how intense the problem is. Every second country is facing this. We live in a democracy. What does a democracy mean? It means participation with the government. How often do we participate? A lot of people tell me that, this is not something we're supposed to be done. The authorities need to take care of it. We are paying taxes for it. I'll give you a simple calculation. Mumbai has a population of around 2 crores. There are hardly 15-20 lakh municipal authority employees taking care of the city. Do the maths. It's inadequate. They will never be able to, they are not sufficient enough to keep the city clean. You pay the taxes to clean the city. That does not give you the right to make it dirty. I think recently there was a video, which went viral about the health of the sanitation workers. That your mess, there's somebody else going into the gutters and sewage line and cleaning the trash that you are creating. If we can't make somebody's life easy, let's not make it difficult for them, Like I said, democracy means participation with the government, How often do we do that? You spot a pothole on the road. How often do we go and clean it? Or maybe, just call up the BMC ward office and tell them you've spotted a pothole. Can you please fix it? We don't do that. All we do is we complain about it, we crib about it and move on. That does not mean democracy. We often talk about our rights, right to do this, right to do that, but we often forget our duties. Duty to keep the city clean, duty to protect the environment. We don't do that. And I think India as a young country, 50% of the population is below 35 years. There are so many young people out here, but nobody's really doing anything about this. When I started with the beach cleanup, I was doing my CA and I was doing my BCom, both simultaneously. After a point, I realized that, I can either become a CA or I can continue with my cleanups. That was a difficult call, but I quit my CA. I kept doing my cleanups and I'm pursuing my LLB right now. So there are certain things that you need to do in life. All that I have realized is what I'm doing is making me happy. So tomorrow, even if you see there's nobody on the beach, there are no volunteers with me cleaning the beach, you will always find me every weekend doing a cleanup here. That's because I love doing what I'm doing. जो करना पसंद है वो करना चाहिए. I love cleaning the beach. I did that. While I was doing my CA, we had this exam called IPCC, and I couldn't crack it twice. I remember one of my uncles calling me a kachra wala because I was going on the beach and cleaning the beach. He said that, at least teko kam se kam BMC mein naukri mil jayegi abhi. And he's the same person who's sharing my news articles right now and telling people, flaunting about that this is my nephew. That's because my work has said what I was doing and I believed in what I was doing. And like I said, a great team is very important when you do such things. These days, most of the time I'm traveling for multiple events and all, but it's my team that goes every weekend and does the cleanup. It's been 129 weeks, conducted more than 200 cleanups. Not a single weekend we have skipped the cleanup here. You'll always see me or my men coming cleaning the beach here. So yeah, that's my story. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.